Mark the Guitar Guy here. We are going to be doing a cool lesson today. We're going to be learning about a thing called dynamics. Now the cool thing about dynamics is, and if you don't know what I mean by dynamics, I'm meaning the change in volume in my little strums here that I'm doing. Right now I'm playing quietly, very ghost, we call those ghost notes, where you might only just be flicking very gently a couple of strings or even just one string sometimes. And that brings all the drama right down, brings everything right down, and every now and again you'll hit a note or a strum that's going to be quite high up. Hear the swell, or I can bring it up like a wave. Hear that rise and fall again. I'll do it one more time. Just one chord. I'm just playing an A minor chord. Hear what I did there. It was one chord, one little strumming pattern, played over and over. However, it swelled and came back down again. So if you're wanting to sound like a guitar player that sounds like a pro, and you've always wondered how they do that, it's things like this. It's things like taking a finger off and on with chords. It's things like doing a lot of percussiveness or a lot of drama with the swelling of the volume with the right hand. So let's show you how to do that right now. You ready for that, guys? Are you ready? So what I was doing there with that strumming pattern, I was just using what was the pattern? I was using, we use the same pattern. I was using down, miss, down, up, down, down, up, which is like the funky slow strum, I think it is, or the funky rock strum, funky slow rock. And I happen to be using an A minor. It doesn't really matter what chord you use. I'm just using an A minor for the sake of doing this lesson. It's got a kind of a dramatic sound about it. So with the right hand, what I'm doing a lot of percussive stuff. I'm doing a lot of for the quiet stuff. And if you look very closely at my pick, I'm going to slow it right down. It's very soft, by the way. That's very soft. Like anyone could just grab that and pull that right out. It's very softly held. I'm angling it down quite a lot. So the angle is down. So I'm not like this, digging it in. I'm angling it down. So it's just gently like stroking, like imagine a cat with a lot of fur and you're just wanting to gently pat that cat really gently. I'm just doing that feathery. I don't want to wake it up, I just want to give it a little pat. Oh, little cat, just a little wee, oh, I don't want to wake it up. You get the idea. So, and whenever I want to pull out a stronger note, I just hold the pick a little bit harder and I just maybe make the strum a little bit bigger, but I don't slow down or speed up. I'm still keeping that constant rhythm. So let's give you an example of that. Here's really small, feathery strums. And I'm just going to go harder now. Dig it into the strings and then come back down again. Just nice and feathery. Now sometimes some of the notes all don't ring and you only get one or two notes of the chord and it'll almost sound a bit empty, like, hear that sort of thing? Even that is cool. It's organic. It doesn't need to be perfect, precise guitar playing. I do that all the time. It just gives it more organicness. It gives it more of a live, natural feel about it. So that's all that's happening there. I'm just very feathery. And then when I want to, bring it up again. And then coming back down again. So you can experiment with any strumming pattern doing that. Like for example, the slow rock, the rock strum. If we just did that, let's do a G chord, because I'm doing a G chord. We're going to do the rock strum. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it right down. We're going to swell it up like a wave, like imagine it going up and then back down again, okay? So it's going to go small strums, bigger strums, and a little bit harder pick, a little bit more amongst the strings, full strums, and then we're going to bring it back down again. See how quiet you can get that. And then bring it back up again. Big strums, full strums, and then take it back down again. So see what we're doing there? Now this is the first stage. This is the very first stage when you're doing this. There's a few other elements we can do to this, like actually bringing out funky, strong beats, which we'll do in another lesson. I just want to get the idea of dynamics and I want you to feel and hear the difference. Because a lot of times you'll do this and you'll think, all right, quiet and small, but actually you're still going, but you're thinking, oh, quiet and small. But you really need to be going quiet and small strums and hearing the difference. You want to hear it. So initially, the gap between, say this is your top volume and here's your really quiet volume, or let's say well, this should be where it is here. Initially, you might actually find it's actually only like this. It's just a small change in dynamics. It's just a small change. That's okay, because eventually that'll get bigger, and you'll stretch it out and stretch it out until it's ridiculous, until it's like a great big dynamic range. That's what you want. Then you can have some fun with some ordinary songs. Brown Eyed Girl, for example. Full strumming, and then I go to the verse. Hear the dynamic change? It wasn't a big change, but it's enough to make you know that it's got somewhere to go. And by having that somewhere to go, which is that dynamic range, you can actually pull it up and make it grand and then bring it back down again. It's already, these little subtle things are cool things to know. So that's stage one of getting cool at this. We will do a little bit more with the right hand and with the left hand at making you sound like a professional guitar player in no time. If you like this lesson, if you like my style of teaching, you should go to jamorama.com and check out the videos there. There's a lot of free, cool stuff that everyone should be going there and just downloading and getting all that good stuff that's there now so they can get the benefit of that. If you like my lessons, I think we should probably catch up at some stage. You can do that by going through jamorama.com, or you can just subscribe to my channels and you can get access to all my free stuff. Free stuff for everybody. Good to see you guys, and we'll be seeing you again, hopefully, very shortly. Get that strum down. We'll see you later.